2025, and with a new year comes the new Season 1 of Under the Microscope Biology podcast. Find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, or Google Podcasts. We also have an RSS feed, which you can find on our website at utmbiopod.buzzsprout.com. You can also check out our Facebook, X, and Insta with the handle at UTMPodcast.bio. If you wanted to reach out because I muddled something up to do with the podcast, or because you have advice, inquiries, or you want to star in an episode, then the email is underthemicroscope.bio at gmail.com. But if you want to reach out to me directly, my email is sophiaferman.reachout@gmail.com. You can also find out more about me on my LinkedIn, X, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, though I do admit I quite rarely post anything. But I also have a biology blog, which you can find by Sofiia Ferman Biology Blog, and an EA forum account with the same name. Whilst, if you're interested in puppies, there is also an Instagram account called @sunshine.sofadog, just in case. If you wanted to learn more about me, I highly recommend sophiabioblog.blogspot.com, which has all of the blog posts, which usually aren't fully structured articles and papers, but rather my journey into discovering biology, how I do my research, and just my entertainment in finding out cool STEM facts about the world. Now, if you're wondering why I started this podcast, first of all, I will admit that the podcast is very small, very early days, and very sporadic. I'll be starting biomedical science at uni next year, but I definitely am not qualified enough to have the knowledge of biology. Instead, I thought that most people probably don't have time, me included, to read every single paper that ever comes out in detail. So instead, having experts in a niche that they've dedicated so much time to learn, and having that passion transfer through the podcast to share that knowledge and to share that sparkle of learning new biology facts and learning how to help people, that's the reason why I wanted to start it. I wanted to feel like a casual, informal conversation with a friend. Imagine we meet up for a cup of tea and we're talking about the cool biology concepts that we've learnt. Anything here I will try to fact check, I'll include references, and I'll try to get from reputable sources. But I neither have the knowledge or the experience to be able to fully critique it. So if I get something wrong, please reach out, and I will publicly be able to put the much more accurate information so that people can then change their perceptions on the topic themselves. But if the perception of any of the topics that we discuss is important, such as if you're writing a paper on it or working in the field, please do your own research in a much more qualified source. There's no technical knowledge or background needed to listen to this podcast. It's entirely for your own enjoyment. It's either a take it or leave it sort of way to just learn some fun biology, or if you're considering maybe if this field is right for you, for your career, or for your own personal fit to be able to help people through biology, then keep listening and get inspired by the amazing scientists. And finally, a little bit about me. I'm Sofiia, I'm 18, so quite young and not very qualified, but I do hold tremendous amounts of ambition and drive to learn about biology. And I thought that there's this niche where people don't have the sort of technical experience yet of PhDs or degrees, but still want to be able to learn about the new frontier of biology. And that's what I'm hoping to tackle. It really is a community, so please tell me about any suggestions for topics or ways of approaching it. In terms of me, I love all things biology, particularly genetics, cell development. Currently, I'm very interested in biosecurity, pandemic prevention, biorisk, and public health. I'm also trying to learn a bit of bioinformatics, which is going hit and miss. Aside from biology, I also love listening to musicals, disability awareness, anything STEM. I have quite a few animals, which I absolutely adore. Some links to find out about me, though I will be honest, I very rarely post. My email, sophiaferman.reachout@gmail.com. My LinkedIn, where I sometimes put my EA forum posts or my blog posts on. And then also X, Facebook, and Instagram, but once again, I'm afraid it's very rare. My background is quite slim at the moment. I currently help out a little bit with Leaf Courses, which runs educational courses for 16 to 19-year-olds in different ways they can do good or have an impact. Aside from that, I founded the MedSoc and BSL Soc at my school, which kind of got me into that idea of building that community. I did the ESU Public Speaking Challenge and a few other fellowships such as the Changemaker Fellowship, and once again that really reaffirmed my love for, I suppose, the kind of public health side of things. Before, I was very into clinical medicine as my way of helping people. I did a lot of volunteering with people, so schools, animal centres, kitchens, GPs, but I kind of realised that the evidence and the data-driven progression of seeing an intervention and evaluating its success, that was kind of the problem solving and the almost detective-esque way of looking at biology and healthcare. That was what excited me. So currently I've been looking at more the policy, academic side, research, whether that be wet or dry lab. I did a few literature reviews. I think my most, I suppose, prominent background so far is I did a small scale primary study with about 300 responses on myalgic encephalomyelitis and Ehlers-Danlos lived experience, and I looked at kind of media and healthcare and relative attitudes and some qualitative data as well as quantitative, and that really kind of speared me into the idea of biology is a channel to do good by helping to address poor health outcomes, whether that be from infectious disease or non-communicable sources, whether that be due to susceptibility of a host in animals, in plants, in food systems across the world, whether that be to changing environment, to chemical exposures, to just our bodies breaking down. All of that excites me, fascinates me, and gives me an avenue to try to help people. So I can't wait to learn more, and I hope that you decide to join me on this little journey. Be kind, lovely, and stay curious. Welcome to Under the Microscope Biology podcast. Join us in our cosy biology corner and get ready to smile, laugh, and learn about the amazing scientists doing good and changing the world through their research. We have long-form interviews of researchers, scientists, and professors with topics from pandemic prevention to cancer cures all the way to genetics. Or you can join us for a short snippet of a bio bite. Be kind, lovely, and stay curious. Hello curious people, and welcome back to Under the Microscope Biology podcast, where we are exploring the biology research making the world a better place. Join us as we discuss articles, papers, and interview experts to explore the cutting edge of biological research, or take a quick bio bite to go about new scientific developments. And that is a DNA wrap on this episode. As always, please do let me know if we muddled anything up. Science is constantly changing and we'd love to learn more. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the amazing biology changing the world for the better. Have a wonderful day, be kind, lovely, and stay curious.